Hey, happy day. I went to a funeral just the other day and I couldn't find my way. So I put it into the GPS and I was driving turn right, turn left, and everything was going great until I actually got there. And then it said, you have reached, this is at the graveyard, you have reached your final destination. Interesting. Hey, let's talk about liberals. Liberals, left-wing wacko people, they are into control. It's amazing really because they want to control you and me. But none of those rules apply to themselves. We saw it during the pandemic. You wear a mask. I don't have to, and I won't. And every governor, every elected person on the left, every premier, they were doing it. They were caught all of the time. Is do as I say, not as I do, and it's wrong. Only bullies do that, and the liberals are getting more and more brave all of the time. If brave, is that the word? You can come up with a better word than that, I'm sure. They want to legalize drugs, all drugs, but in particular now with regards to marijuana, they say you can't smoke cigarettes. You can't roll a cigarette in some places, but you can roll a joint. You can't buy a flavored cigarette, and the cigarettes are all hidden behind counters. Marijuana isn't. Cigarette smoking is bad for you. It causes lung cancer. Marijuana smoke, I guess, is okay. The left wants to abolish cars. They really do. They want to save the planet, right? The Secretary, Pete, Buddy, Googie, whoever he is, he wants all new cars to be battery operated over the course of the next 10-year period, right? You're kidding me, right? I mean, never mind that Americans and Canadians as well love their cars. We like cars. We drive and we have fun and we own them and we paid for them. And now when you go buy a new car, they say, oh, got to caution you. So says the salespeople. This car may be worth nothing in a few years because of the governments and so on. It's not really nice. Polls show by huge, huge margins that people want to decide for ourselves what kind of car we want to drive. We don't want to leave it up to the government. We just do not want to do that. The climate change fanatics, because that's what they are. If they have their way, you won't be able to choose what car you drive. Actually, if you even get a car, because actually they want you on a bus, they want you on a train. Cars are just reserved for the elite few, and that, of course, is them, not you. You're too dumb. We're just going to kind of push you along and put you into a train. That is what they're about. The political elite, the beautiful people, they get to have all those nice things, whereas we do not. Radical environmental groups also, get this one, they want to abolish refrigerators, really, because they use up too much power. Well, soon that's going to be, won't matter if you have a refrigerator or not, because it'll be like old Russia. You got to go stand in line every day to get food. It'll take 2 or 3 hours to stand in line so you can have a 5-minute meal. That's kind of what goes on. They want to cancel out diving boards at pools because they're too dangerous. Charcoal grills, really, and disposable diapers, and they want to set the thermostat in your bedroom. They do. Bureaucrat. Some bureaucrat somewhere wants to and figure out what you're sleeping in and the temperature. And throughout the day, they want to control that in your entire house, right? Bureaucrats. Really? You want to come into my bedroom? Good luck with that. And then there's light bulbs and guns. Of course, we all know about guns, but now they're coming at it from so many different ways. You're outgunned big time. Liberals will no doubt soon regulate that people like me aren't allowed to talk. That's coming. We have the talk of the thought police out there now working away. It's not very nice. The Biden administration, if it gets his way, and it would appear that it will, because at the moment they control both houses, schools will have to force biological female students, this is in college, universities, to live with biological men who identify as women, and vice versa. Drill down on that. So if you're a woman and you have to have 2 roommates, you have no say in the matter. 2 biological men who say, I'm a woman now, can come and share your room with you. How do you feel about that? I mean, as I've so often joked, and probably not a joke, I mean it, if I was in jail for a long period of time, I would say, I identify as a woman now, please put me in with the women. I mean, it would be better than being in jail by yourself with a bunch of grumpy old men for 20 years, right? And that's what's happening here potentially, and wow, women have no say in the matter whatsoever, but Biden is saying this is what we're going to do. Hockey Canada, sex crimes, issues, politicians that keep on about Hockey Canada, it's all white folks and needs to diversify. This, really? They say hockey doesn't represent Canada or Canadians. All the commercials on television don't represent white people. Hey, so you just got to keep on with that kind of stuff and think about it and process it because it's a little bit crazy. And then you got the governor, Kristi Noem. She will not participate in any more debates. She says, I don't want to talk to these dumb left-wing people. I'll only talk to my people being the citizenry, and I agree with that. Good for her. A lot of people now are doing that these days. Debates. What is a debate? You go into a debate with other people looking for the same job that you are, and you yell at each other, you call each other names. To what end? I mean, there's no purpose. Take your time and go talk to the people who you want to vote for you. Christian Oham, you got it right. I like it. Migrants in Texas, keeping up here, jumping all around, but this is okay. The governor in Texas says, we got issues. People coming across the border, I'm going to put them on buses. Over 4,000 so far. Take them to Washington, D.C., dump them off and say, hey, all you left-wing whacks that say we have to be inclusive and keep bringing them in, you deal with it. You know what's happened? These left-wing whacks I'm talking about, they've said, we need help. There's an invasion. They're calling the National Guard. This has been going on for a long time, and they finally now get to see it in person, and it kind of changes how everybody talks and thinks. Hey, that's it. I got more, but come back in a couple of days, and I'll share with you. Hey, see ya.